keeping busy here. Haven't really gotten a whole lot out on the car and where I'm at on it. So I figure no better time than now to give you an update, see where it's at. See, I got the rear painted up. The only thing I can think of as far as the inside here that I need to do is do the trunk floor itself, and I have to get some sheet for that. I took the radiator and everything out of it there so I could paint it. The shocks, the radiator, kind of taped off the fuel cell, just got everything out of the way. And then brakes, we've got good pedal, front and rear brakes are working, everything is like it's supposed to. I did have some issues with this fitting right here, and that is not how I originally did it, but that's what I had to improvise to do, because the one like this, I ended up tightening it up so much that it stripped it out, trying to get it, had a leak. And come to find out, when I made the flare, apparently it cracked the line around the bell part of the flare. So that's what I ended up coming up with. Everything is good, secure. Front rear brakes. See back here, we got, let me see, I didn't paint this because it's all getting covered. And then I wasn't worried about the lines because those are getting changed. But I am on the reassembly part now. There is the radiator. It has seen its better days. Nevertheless, it still, I think, works. It didn't leak whenever I pulled it out, so hopefully that's all good. I've got the scoop, I think, can't remember if I talked about this or not a little bit, from Loopy Anthony, Loopy Racing Tech, but it came for a 4500 instead of a 4150, and he can make scoops and etch anything you want into it, like all mine say Raggedy Ann on them. And he is working on, I think he's making an adapter for that one. That way I can still use it. It's not a waste of his time and material. Not real sure what is next. I'm waiting on a call from wiring mess. Waiting on a call from Race Tech. He's supposed to call me today to get the seat ordered. So however long it takes to get that from Nevada to here. Then we can get the seat in it, do the steering column, or cut it and size it up. So it's still just chilling out there. I am thinking about pulling the front of the engine apart, all this off, and doing the motor plate. My Thomas Racing Service 2-inch K-member spacers came. Jeff got those to me. I want to get those in, but I want to mount the engine where it's at right now. Everything's pretty much fitted for it where it is. So I like to keep that at its height. Let's drop that back. I was a little close. I didn't realize how close I was whenever I was doing that. So get the motor plate on it, and then drop the K-member. That way it keeps my front end geometry a lot better with the long travels. You can see the wheels are really hanging in on the bottom there. I also did get one of the doors on it. The old doors, it's cracked on the inside. I did hang it on there though, just to, I guess it was for me to get the car feel again, is why I did that. So it's coming. We got brakes. Technically, I can put some vice grips on the steering wheel or steering column there, start it up and move it, sitting on a bucket or whatever. I do have the Kirky seat. I could mount the Kirky seat in it, but I feel like it's a waste of time putting the Kirky seat in, and then when the new seat comes, having to do it. So that's kind of where that is. Get this all done, get the doors on it, front end figured out, and on the body work. Back up here. So honestly, most of the front end's got to come off anyway. That's kind of why. This isn't the vacuum pump. That vacuum pump's messed up. It was the one in the wreck. The alternator, it may work, it might not, but I bent everything out on it, and the fins all chewed into the case, and it was on it when it wrecked as well. This is got a wobble to it, so it's bent a little bit. Balancer's good. Everything there is good and solid. It don't wobble. It's just the mandrel there got a little tweaked, so all that's got to come off and get new for it as well. The seat, once the seat is purchased, I think my next big purchase is going to be the vacuum pump assembly. I just got to save up a little more money there to get that ordered. I feel like it won't be too long, and I think it'll be pretty much together, hopefully. But I don't know. I keep doing stuff and then pulling it back apart and going backwards. But it is coming. It's just part of it. And I'm kind of getting antsy. So honestly, if we didn't have salt and all the nastiness outside, I believe it could actually drive with vice grips for steering wheels and a bucket for seat. But we'll get it. To be doing burnouts in here before too long. Gotta test the line lock, right? All right, here's the underneath of the back of the car. You can see my tabs for the radiator, welded nuts on it, so it's easy to install and take out. Takes a little extra time, but it's definitely worth the time, in my opinion. When they're back here, they tend to get a lot of dirt on them, so it's a lot easier in a tight space there, especially when the floor is in here. You can't really get to the top of it to take it out and clean it. Won't be long here. I'm getting ready to put the radiator back in, so show you a little bit of the installation of it and move on to something else. Also got the anti-roll bar all painted up here. See, it's all painted up. Got the little links for the anti-roll bar, they're painted. Not exactly a show car, but painted the inside of the wheel wells too. Not exactly a show car, but it's probably the cleanest, nicest job I've ever done. Alright, we're back to see which ones we got here. That ain't, yeah, that's right. get them. Spread it on. I'm going to bottom it all the way out for the start of it. One of them gotta go on there, right? There's that one. And we got some paint in there. There it goes. There we go. Yeah, just has some paint in the threads there. All right, there's that. Get this, get the one link on here and move on to another one. I was originally going to put the radiator in first, but I decided to go ahead and get this on. That way I'm not fighting the radiator in the way trying to assemble the top up here, and I don't have to do it from the inside. And it's a little stiff right now, so hopefully that will wear in pretty quick. I'm sure it's something I've done that's made it stiff, but I'm guessing it will be all good in no time. Got a little bit too much paint on that one, I think. There we go. Ta-da! Sorry for the poor views there. There we go. Now we're getting ready to do the radiator. Hopefully, anyway. That's the plan. somehow, some way. I think it might be all right. All right. This side gives me fits because it's got the fuel line right there. I think we gonna get it. Okay. One more. Here we go. I think. Anyway. Probably been a lot easier had I raised the car up a little more so I could actually see what I'm doing under here. in. Now hook up the tank to fill it and tighten up the upper hose.
What's up, homie?
What do you want?
Come out to work for you while I'm working for me.
Work for
Alright,
me,
here's
huh?
some more fire hazard stuff.
Alright. I need some fire hazard wood.
I'm really excited about that. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Huh?
So glad I cleaned this up for you.
Might want to do it again.
Did we figure out what was going on with the truck?
Yeah, batteries are bad.
Is
I
that
think.
all?
I guess. I
Other
don't
than
know.
the transmission?
Yeah. But the door was froze shut, so I can't get it out.
Well, it's 45 degrees out there now.
Right. It should be unfroze.
Definitely probably need to start fixing some of these things if we're going to go racing anytime soon.
Yeah. For sure.
Yep. So what are you doing now?
Taking the front of the engine apart to try to get start figuring out the motor plate for the front. That way I can get the K-member spacers on and have it aligned. Shit, I just dropped my screw.
So you're off work this week.
Yeah, off work and ran out of wood, so running all off torpedo heaters.
But it is going to be warmer the next few days, so
Yeah, it's
hopefully
definitely warmed up.
get some wood in here.
I gotta get wood.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah. Now there's some back there behind the Freightliner that needs split and brought out. It's not a whole lot though.
So what's on the agenda for this week as far as the car goes? What would you like to get done?
Everything done. I would like to be testing somewhere warm, but that's not gonna happen. I don't know. Might get the motor plate done. I don't know what I can get done. Like what? There's a lot of things. Like I don't have the seat, so I can't get the seat in. So I can't put the steering wheel, get that all together. Steering column, get it aligned. Got to mount the batteries, or do that. I need to do the trunk, the whole floor back there. Mount the battery boxes, batteries. Redo the cables.
As far as the seat goes, have you, whenever the situation with the seat?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear from Race Tech to order it. He's supposed to call me today when he's in the office or warehouse, whatever it is they got going on.
What about as far as body work and painting it white?
I'm trying to hold off on that until everything else is done. I don't want to start something else because I've got loose ends from front to back. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's I took everything apart back there last night and painted everything. Put it back together so now it's back down on its own wheels. Everything's in place. I'm trying to do what I can do without any holdups. And that's not really a whole lot, I don't think. Worst case, it comes to it, I can get the doors over here and start cutting on those and fitting those. I mean, that's going to take a good bit of time. Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole lot of things I don't want to fill it with coolant, because it's going to probably sit all winter with coolant in it when it can sit without it unless I go somewhere. At that point, I can fill it with coolant. But had I done it, I'd be draining all the coolant out of it and to take the front end apart to get the motor plate on it. Doing what I can, I guess. I don't what I can think of. It's like I think of all kinds of stuff at the end of the night whenever I go in the house, and when I come out here I just draw blanks, so I just start on something. Might not necessarily be what I had planned on doing. But I'm not a big fan of the no front end cars, so I definitely want a front end on it. I feel like we should be racing complete cars. I typically don't run a hood, but I don't feel like that's any part of not running a front end. I mean, by some of the cars I've seen out there, it's ready to race. No windows, no doors, no front end. But nah, I'm gonna plug away and get done what I can. I really don't have a plan, I guess, of what I'm gonna have done by what time now, because I didn't make the race I wanted to, so I kind of just took a step back, took a break. There's a lot of days I didn't even work on it. But it's coming time to start grinding again. It'll be together here shortly.
We gotta bring the truck in, the Ford, the dually.
Yeah, I gotta get the dually in here and tear the engine apart on it, figure out what broke on it, get it fixed, and then probably pull the transmission out of that, get it fixed. Got some work to do on the RV, try to get it good to go, or good to sell, whichever. Your van needs worked on, but it'll all come. It will all come. Grinding it out, I'm gonna try to use a hole saw and a chunk of wood. Let's see if it'll work. And some body weight. Yeah. I'll take the buffer and clean it up. I feel like it moved on me. Do this again. It could only have a whole dang slide cut out of it. We shall see. Something don't seem right. Oops. Let's try this again. Wire around in there ought to work.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Got all kinds of clearance over there.
Yeah, you're good. Now we're gonna fit it before I clean it. See if it needs any more. And if it's the right size. Good side. Needs a little more. Give it just to give it some room. Like it'll bolt up right there. I'm gonna take a little more off of it. That outside part there. Take a little more off out here. Get a little aggressive with it there. but it's a hell of a lot faster than sitting here with a burr and trying to do it. So that should fit. I'm gonna check it, see if it fits, and then clean all that up and round it and make it look a little more gooder. Well, we got us some room there now. Groovy. I likes it. All right. So I've never done a motor plate before, so this is my first one. I always run on motor mounts. I had a 2-chassis Malibu once back in the day. It came with motor plates, so this is just trial and error. I don't know that it's the right way to do stuff or not. I have seen where these are tapped, so I'm probably going to tap that for my water instead of the fittings that I have. I'll just tap right into this, screw the fittings in, and go. Right on. And then I gotta make spacers to go in here and down here, and it's gonna suck.
What's the benefit?
Huh?
What's the benefit?
Get off motor mounts. It stiffens everything up, the chassis, and it's with the 2-inch spacers, it's gonna allow me to leave the engine setting where it's at and drop the K-member. Not real sure what all the benefits are. It helps tie the chassis together and all that stuff. I got a mid plate too that I got to put in eventually. But we'll see. Get the spacers is a pain in the ass to do. Unless they make a spacer kit. I don't know. I might be able to get a spacer kit for it. If they make them, I don't know if they got one or not. I'll have to look that up and see. Yeah, those are too short too. Or too long, sorry. I was sure those would work. Well, it's the same length. I'm gonna put spacers in there so I can try to keep moving forward. Build tabs, and good bit of work goes into going to go into this. And then figure out how to mount the vacuum pump and all that stuff. Which might be as simple as just using, I don't know if I can use what I have or that style of stuff, or if there's a different way of doing things with it.